Yeah. So coming back to Yash, could you just repeat your question?
Yeah, so my question was, if you had all the money in the world, no budget constraints, and you had to gather a dream 11 sort of, so
Hmm.
which 11 players from football would you put in your team? And what formation?
Hmm. All right, Sudhanshu, I think I'll allow you to start. Just give me.
Like, do they have to be current players, like playing right now?
Playing right now.
Dude, that's tough. Okay, so I'll start from the keeper. Like, the keeper for me has to be De Gea. Like, a bit of bias in there. Like, but yeah, like he's world class. We know. Like, this season has been a bit dodgy, but yeah.
And
Then at
what's your
left back,
formation?
oh yeah, formation. Yeah, 4-3-3. Flat
Okay.
4-3-3. And so at left back, for me it has to be Marcelo. Like, yeah, I just love Marcelo. Like, I just love to see him play, and he's a fantastic player. And at right back, right back, I think I'm going to go with Trent Alexander-Arnold, only because of his, like, the unbelievable attacking potential that he's got. And so, like, yeah, that's why at centre backs for me it has to be. Oh man, this is tough. I think I'll go with Ramos
Hmm.
and Van Dijk at the back. And as my holding midfielder, it has to be N'Golo Kante. Like, we know he's just phenomenal, and yeah, I really like to watch him play as well. So, and then in the midfield, I think it will be KDB and Paul Pogba. Like, because like we know the how amazing these two guys are. And so at the right wing, hmm, dude, like at striker, I think I'll have Martial. Like, bias, yeah, like he's my favorite player, and I'm a bit biased there. But yeah, on the left wing, I think it has to be Ronaldo for me. Like, yeah, I just it's Ronaldo. Yeah, in the end, it's Ronaldo. And yeah, right wing, I'll just go with Messi. Like,
Yeah,
why
I
not?
mean. Yash, your dream 11?
Yeah, so I started the keeper position. So I'll go with Max, and left back I think I'll go with Jordi Alba,
Hmm.
because like same team sometimes. Right back Joshua Kimmich,
Hmm.
uh, center back I'll have to go with Ramos and VVD, and midfield I would take Kevin De Bruyne,
Hmm.
then Frankie De Jong, Frankie De Jong,
Hmm.
and Bruno Fernandes.
Alright, interesting.
And forward, right wing I'll take Messi, left wing Ronaldo, and center Mbappe.
Alright.
Mbappe.
So, very strong teams from the both of you. My team is going to be slightly controversial, maybe. Uh, so, it's a 4-3-3 with one holding midfielder as usual. And in goal, I've gone for Thibaut Courtois. I mean, yeah, last season he made a lot of mistakes. He wasn't up to the mark, and but this season I think he's done very well. He's saved a lot of shots, and he's shown us the form of the World Cup from a couple of years ago, and he's also leading the Zamora Trophy stats, I believe, for the least goals conceded or the most clean sheets in La Liga. So Thibaut Courtois in goal. Left back, I'm surprised none of you picked Andy Robertson. I mean, he is
I-
so
I-
he's so good going forward and defending as well. So for me, there was no way I could have ignored him. Right back, I've gone for Trent. His like you pointed out, Sudhanshu, his attacking potential is so good. There's no way you can ignore him. He's so good with the ball. Van Bissaka looks slightly robotic when he's on the ball. He'll
yeah,
improve, yeah, in the next few years. Trent is just so fluid. He's pacey. Yes, his defending is a problem, but he can work on it like Van Bissaka can like Van Bissaka can work on his attacking. I'm sorry. Yeah, and again, if you've got such a strong team, there's not as much a need for the left backs and right backs to be defending. So that's why I've gone for Trent.
yeah.
Uh, Centre backs, obviously, Van Dijk had to be there. And I've gone for another Real Madrid centre back. It's not Sergio Ramos, it's Rafael Varane. I think just the calming influence that he has alongside Ramos is very crucial for the Real Madrid backline. Obviously, Varane he's good in the air, he's got a lot of pace. So that's why I've gone for Varane. And the 4-3-3 holding, my central defensive midfielder is Casemiro. I picked him in my La Liga team of the season as well. If you guys have watched the video, you'll know. He's a very good centre back. He can be on the set pieces, like taking the set pieces, and he can also be in the box as a threat on set pieces. He's very energetic. Obviously, he's a bit rash, but it shows that he's willing to go into the tackle for the team. Then in midfield, obviously Kevin De Bruyne, another player you cannot ignore at all. Kevin De Bruyne, and alongside Kevin De Bruyne, I think I'll go for Bruno Fernandes over Pogba. Yeah. Right wing, obviously Leo Messi has to be there. My number 9 is Lewandowski, and on the left wing I've gone for Sadio Mane. Yeah, so I've got another question for you guys. Do you believe the Premier League is still the most intense league or the best league in Europe right now, considering Liverpool are like 25-30 points ahead of Man City on the table?
The difference in points between Liverpool and Man City is as much as the difference in point between Man City and the 20th place team. Like Man City is closer to the relegation zone than they are to Liverpool. So this season they have clearly dominated. Like this season is theirs. Like I have to say that.
Sudhanshu?
See, I still think that it is the best league around because like it is not. I agree that Liverpool they have just dominated the league, but the thing is, the competition for places like after Liverpool that is still pretty big, and also we have to consider the fact that many teams like Chelsea, United, and like for to name a few, and Arsenal maybe, but yeah,
I mean, Arsenal are a
like
joke.
they yeah, exactly. So like they have been under rebuild and like they've had new managers and they've had a very poor run of form like in last season. Like in last season still Chelsea got like considerably they played well. Like they came third in the end, I think. They were third.
Yeah, maybe.
So but Sari left and so like another manager they need to refresh then and plus the transfer ban for Chelsea and at
And they
United
sold
like we've
Hazard.
been like it's been a
Yeah.
exactly. So like it was quite a big deal for Chelsea, and also at United, like we haven't been doing well for I don't know how many years now. Like so, like for Oli, like he showed us 3 amazing months, and then something happened, and we dropped off again.
Yeah.
So uh, like there are many other factors to consider. Like if you still see them like mid table, like we never know. Like Sheffield United, Wolves, they are still on the hunt for top four. You know, like you never know what can happen. And so I still think like the Premier League is the best around, and also the intensity of the Premier League and how fast it is basically. Like that is different. So I think it's still the best.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the table, if Man City's band of the Champions League does stand for 2 years, or even let's say for 1 year, fifth place could become a Champions League spot in the Premier League, and who knows, Sheffield United might finish fifth if
Yeah.
one of United or Chelsea drops off.
And like it is like the thing is like even Leicester came this season and they came third. I know they won the Premier League, but yeah, like you did not really expect them to go this high up. You know, like Brendan Rodgers did. Like he was improving the team a lot last season, but we never expected them to be second for so long, like just behind Liverpool. So like the uncertainty of the Premier League, like it is what makes it so much fun to watch. Like, at least for me.
Yeah. And obviously, Bundesliga has resumed. French league has been cancelled. In the Premier League, we've had 8 positive cases of COVID-19 so far out of some 966
Yeah.
tests already. So, do you guys think that the Premier League should be like? What are your thoughts? Should it be voided? Should it be just freezed and Liverpool should be given the title, or should they try to resume it?
See, they
So
can do. Okay, you go first. Yeah.
no, go on, go on, go on.
Okay. So see, they can do like both, either void the season or freeze the season and give the trophy to Liverpool. But I would not suggest continuing because, like, see, coronavirus is still coronavirus. It's not like footballers won't get it, and even if they try as hard as they can, there is going to be contact on the field.
Yeah.
No matter how it is, contact is going to be there. So, like, even I know, like, past 2 months without football have not been very good for us football fans, and Bundesliga has resumed. But I still think that even Bundesliga should not have been resumed,
So early on.
considering that this crisis. Like, they should not have at least they should have at least kept their players in mind before continuing the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, there were 3 cases at I think FC Cologne or one of those teams just a couple of weeks before they began the Bundesliga. So it's still quite interesting and proactive of them to have restarted the league. Hopefully, we'll have the other leagues back very soon as well. Yeah, Sudhanshu, on to you.
See, the thing with coronavirus is like we don't know how long it will last. So like bringing everything to a standstill, like I don't see how it will. Like we have to live with it now. Like that is the thing. And so like Bundesliga have shown like how it should be done, and they're already like 2 game weeks done already. So I think like the Premier League it can start. Like I don't think if there is another spike in the UK, like I don't think it will start. Like, but the thing is like you can do something like means I don't know, just isolate all the players like the Bundesliga are doing. Like they are taking them to specific camps, and so like they are not even like like with their family. So yeah, I think it can start, but like the management has to be there. Like the management, and like I'm dying to watch Premier League now.
Yeah, the concept of camps I think is very famous in Germany. Throwback to Hitler. Yeah, I think Premier League.
They know how to do it.
Hmm. Premier League already have started training in smaller groups, most teams. So hopefully we'll have the Premier League back very soon.
Yeah.
I mean, there's contrasting updates every day. Like 2 days ago, Danny Sabas almost revealed that it was going to be back on June 20th, and only yesterday, one of the senior directors or an official in the Premier League said that it might still be abandoned. So it's quite confusing right now.
I like the situation right now. It is like positive with the training, like it has already started, and so yeah, we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah.
Like something is going to happen. Either it will start or not start, and
Hmm.
like I hope it starts.
Yeah.
And like 12th or 19th or something like that. No, it's the
Yeah.
date for the restart.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Like the training has to be there, like 4 weeks minimum,
Hmm.
4 5 weeks.
I mean, yeah,
I hope it starts.
from what I've heard, Jose Mourinho was asking, Jose Mourinho, I think, or one of those managers, they were asking for full 4 weeks of
Yeah, it was
preseason.
Jose. It was
Yeah,
Jose.
I
Yeah,
mean
it
that's
was
too
Jose.
much. You won't be able to finish the season in time then.
Like we've seen with the Bundesliga now, like these games, they seem like preseason games, but
Huh.
like they're just competitive,
Hmm.
Like it is going to happen. The fitness levels are going to be down.
But I think,
Like I
yeah, go on.
so I think like, but we can give them a 4 weeks period. I think
Yeah, I
like
mean,
as long as it's going to start again.
yeah, but if by 4 weeks he means 2 weeks in smaller groups and 2 weeks as a full team, that's okay. If he's asking for 4 weeks of full on team training, I think that's going to be too difficult to handle, to manage.
Yeah.
Uh, so one of those weird, not weird, I mean, I was just thinking that in the Bundesliga, players are not clapping, they're doing it with their elbows, and they're socially distancing even while celebrating. I don't think, like, if you've tested the players before the game and they belong to the same team, what's the problem?
Yeah, I think it's just for show. Like
Huh?
honestly,
Because if it's a set piece, let's say a free kick or a corner, you can't be socially distancing at that time. So
they're just showing. Like they just
yeah,
want to show everyone
that
that
huh.
yeah, we are doing this and that. Like so
Hmm.
that more people don't. They are not like yeah. Why
Criticize
is
too
this
much. Yeah,
happening? No social distancing. So
yeah.
they just want to highlight some areas, like showing that they're still obeying the rules and stuff like that.
Yeah, Yash. Yash, what do you say about this?
I think like they are using the public's idol worship mentality. Like people do what their idol does. They tend to copy what their idol does. Like if
Yeah.
like you have seen like many people would get a haircut like someone like some actor or some footballer.
Yeah,
So
I
like
agree.
that if I
Yeah.
show footballers are following those
Rules.
anti
Hmm.
yes, social distancing rules, then they would be like this. My favorite footballer is doing it, so I should do it too. So I think that's the idea.
Yeah, great. Um, I was thinking, yeah. So Trent or Robertson, which player would you pick for your team? Like, if you had to choose one,
Can you repeat?
Trent Alexander-Arnold or Andy Robertson, which player do you think is better?
Is it for your team
No, no,
specifically?
no, no, no. Like,
In
just in
general,
general, yeah.
I think I have to go with Trent. Like just with the ridiculous attacking potential. Like that's it. Robertson is a better defender than him,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, the amount of assists he has, like it is just mad. So
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, I think I have to go with Trent.
Yash?
I'll go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Even though he did that too, like he did the corner
Corner taken quickly.
to
Corner taken quickly.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I think he's a quality player, so I think
All right. Interesting. Mm, I think that's about it from this one. Do you guys have any other questions? We still got a couple of minutes on this meeting.
Okay, I'll just ask you one thing. Okay,
Yeah.
like who do you think is a better player? Like a complete analysis, like Martial or Rashford?
I think Marshall is a better player all round
Nice, I agree. Like
because
Martial.
there's certain things Marshall can do, Rashford cannot. Like his hold up play is much better. Rashford, I think he cannot play with his back to goal. His hold up play,
Yeah.
it's not good. Uh, and Marshall is more clinical than Rashford. I mean, both are very good at dribbling. Both can play very well down the left wing. But Martial just has that edge over Rashford, playing in the central forward role.
Like Rashford was pretty like he was very bad when he was a striker at the
Yeah,
start of the season.
start of the season. Yeah. Mhm. Yash, do you think Luis Suarez has been not performing well recently? I mean, there's a lot of contrasting opinions from people I've spoken to. Like some say he's doing very good in the La Liga, considering his age.
He
Hmm.
I think there is a network. Can you repeat the last?
All right. Yeah. So I was saying that a lot of people are saying that Suarez is doing very well considering his age. But then again, when the bigger games arrive, like in the Champions League away games, Suarez has not scored, I think, in a Champions League away game, not just knockout, even in group stages for 3-4 years now. So do you think, like, what do you think about Luis Suarez, his recent form and everything?
I think like he's a really good player and he's compatible to the style that Barcelona play in. But no doubt his quality has deteriorated little by little as he has aged. I mean that's normal, except for like some people like Messi and Ronaldo. It's normal that football quality like reduces uh, after a certain age of 30, 32.
Yeah.
But overall, considering his age, he's a really nice player and is contributing for Barcelona. So I'd say
All right. So I guess that's it from today's video. Sorry. You were saying something. Sorry. Sudhanshu, were you saying something?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go on.
Okay, nice. I don't know the audio glitch or something like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think Suarez is done. Like go to Inter, score goals, retire. Honest opinion. I think he's out of his prime. I think he's done. Like, he just go somewhere to the Serie A and score goals and retire, according to me.
All right. Yeah, I think even after Barca, if Barca do sign Martinez, Suarez could still be a sort of backup striker for Barcelona and contribute
But
to.
I don't think he'll be happy with that. Like I don't think he'll be content being a backup to Lautaro. And like Lautaro, he's more fit than Suarez is. So like if he starts and he starts like banging goals, so I don't see why he will be dropped, and I don't see how Suarez will get game time ahead of him.
Interesting, yeah. So I think only time will tell about Luis Suarez and Lautaro Martinez and all these transfers that we've spoken about. So I think that's it from today's video. Like this video for the viewers. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends and comment down below what do you think of all the discussions that the three of us have had in this video. Thank you for watching.